In this video, I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to focus on and optimize if you want to scale your paid advertising efforts for your business. Now, if you don't know me yet, my name is Jake Spear. I help high ticket businesses with their marketing and scaling their paid ads past $1 million months. And I basically on this channel share lots of paid advertising and marketing strategies to help you do that. Now, this video, I'm going to go over the 3 things you really need to be focused on. There's a lot of things you could focus on, but the 3 main priorities are going to be these 3. So the first thing is going to be your CAC to LTV ratio. This is really first and foremost, you need to have a healthy business that has healthy margins. I see a lot of high ticket coaching businesses that will have a $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 product. That's the only product that they sell. It costs them $1,500 to $2,500 to acquire a customer, and then they don't cash collect the full amount. Typically they're collecting sometimes on average $3,400, sometimes $4,000 with payment plans, and you just don't have a lot of room. You don't have a lot of wiggle room to work with. If you, for example, I was working with a client, if you have a cost to acquire at say $2,000 or $2,200 on average, your ticket program is say $5,000, and your average cash collected up front is $3,200. You're basically giving yourself $1,000, maybe $1,300 on front end profit that you need to use to not only reinvest into ads, but pay for your whole team. And it just doesn't work. The math just ain't mathing, okay? You need to have good math in order for your business to really grow. I'll see a lot of businesses that will start off with just organic, where they'll start with a great YouTube following or an Instagram following. And so they're not really spending money on paid ads yet. And so, they've got 70%, sometimes even 80% profit margins because they don't have the cost to acquire a customer. They sell a $5,000, $6,000 program, and they don't have to worry about the cost of ads. They just have to worry about a salesperson, and the rest is, a little minuscule fulfillment cost, and they're good to go. And so, if you don't have good enough margins to really start handling spending a big allocation of that budget towards CAC, cost to acquire a customer, then you're going to have a bad time. And a lot of the times what you really need to do is remap your pricing and go through what is your actual offer strategy. How can you optimize your pricing so that you can collect more cash up front and or have a much larger LTV on the back end, even if, God forbid, you can't collect more cash up front as additional AOV to counterbalance that, cash collected to AOV. Ideally, you want to have a really high cash, you want to have a low CAC with a high AOV. So a really nice margin there. If you have a nice margin there, then that is the first thing I would go after to start optimizing, because that is like the biggest leverage that you could possibly have in your business, is how much based upon a dollar spent are you able to earn from that dollar spent. The businesses that have a greater number there are able to just spend more straight up. Like that's it, hand over fist. They're able to just spend more money. There's a famous quote in the digital advertising, digital marketing realm that goes, the business that can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. And so if you can leverage your business and optimize it in a way that you're optimizing for that by rearranging your pricing strategy. By the way, we have an entire guide on how to do this within our school community. Check that out in the link below. But that is the first and foremost thing that you're going to want to do. The second thing is really having to do with the advertising channels itself. Specifically, this is specifically important for Meta advertising. Now, if you're on Meta, which most businesses primarily spend on Meta, if you're in Meta advertising, there's really 2 main levers that you're gonna have to focus on to really get your ads to be performing as well as possible. The first is gonna be your creatives, okay? And so you're gonna have to have a high volume of creatives. You're gonna have a high volume of good creatives. When I typically work in a team or a grow team or manage any sort of team, my goal is to have creatives that are ready to go before we even need them, okay? And if you are waiting for creatives to die to then have more creatives spun up to then launch, you're giving yourself a really risky play there where, God forbid, your creatives do die, and now you have this long lapse of when, the next round gets created, and then you're hoping that they actually perform. It's a risky move, and it can cause for a really bad month. And so when you start taking this to the next level and you really want to build some consistency in your business, it's really crucial to have a strong strategy of what works in your advertising and to have ads ready to rock, ready to launch when you need them, and ideally like locked and loaded so that the second things start to dip in performance, you have, new refined winning formulas ready to launch so that there's not really much of a lapse. And so the last thing, which is the third thing that you're going to have to optimize, which I believe personally is equally as important as the creatives, is going to be the algorithm and optimizing the data to flow properly back to Ads Manager. And a lot of people underestimate that. A lot of people with a call funnel, for example, or these different types of funnels, they will optimize based upon the wrong event. That is including bad data that's being sent back. For example, they'll have a call funnel and they will simply use a booked call as the optimization event, which includes disqualified people and people that might be qualified, but when they get on the call, end up no-showing and or not really being a good fit. And so the goal is to create a conversion event that is the purest form of who it is you're looking to actually target, and segmenting out people that would not be a good fit. But if you're including people that you've just filled out your form and booked a call that end up actually being unqualified, and you're sending those back and telling Facebook, hey, these are the type of people we want, Facebook's going to go after those types of people and find more of them. And that is not what you want. It's going to be very, very, very counterintuitive. And it might not seem like it's that big of a deal, but when you're doing high volume and you're really starting to get past, a couple $100,000 a month, and you really need to find your ideal target customer at volume, those little things make a huge difference when you're spending serious money. So do not ignore optimizing your pixel, optimizing your conversion event, and ensuring that you are sending the right data. That is going to be included in utilizing Conversion API, having web-based conversion events on your site. There are little tricks and hacks that you can do to really condition your pixel exactly how you need it so that you can really leverage it and utilize it to the most effectiveness to try to find your ideal customer. But it's those businesses that actually take that serious, that have it set up properly, that end up giving themselves even the right pathway to be able to scale to big numbers. So if you're not utilizing that and really optimizing that and ensuring that you have it set up properly, then I would definitely take a look at that. If you don't really know what that looks like and you'd like further details on that, also within our school community, we do offer some assistance on that and ensuring that we have SOPs to make sure that you are setting up all of your data properly so it is going back to your ad accounts as effective as possible so that you can optimize that. So, if that's something that you're interested in, check the link below, check out our school community. And, if you want actual hands-on assistance with scaling your own brand, we do every now and then take on clients that are a good fit, that we feel we can actually really make a significant impact, but only brands that already have serious momentum, that are already doing well over $100,000 a month, that are looking to really push their ad spend and need somebody that has high-level strategy to come in and really scale them up to the next level. If that sounds like you, click the link in the description. And the last thing that I'll say, another thing we do offer, in addition to the school community, in addition to actually helping you grow your own brand hands-on, is we have a mastermind that meets once every month at the end of every single month. And it is filled with high-level business owners and operators that are in the game, in the trenches. We meet once a month at the end of every single month as a recap for the month and to prepare for the upcoming month. We share wins, we share biggest lessons learned, we have hot seats in there, And it's really just a group of people that is helping one another to really scale to the next level, sharing secret sauce. So if you're actually serious about growing your business, the best thing that I've ever found is just getting in the right room with other people that can share strategies and give feedback on your strategy and share insights. So we do have that available as well. Again, check the link in the description. Last thing that I'll ask is, again, this is a new channel. If you're seeing me for the first time, I appreciate you watching this far. But because this is a new channel, I'd really appreciate any help in just putting this in the eyeballs of people who I could help, who could find value in this type of content. So my only request to you is to share this with somebody that you feel could get some value from it. And hopefully we will be able to help them out. And even if not, they can take away our free content and use it to scale to the next level. So thank you for watching. My name is Jake Spear. Make sure to hit that subscribe for more content like this, all geared towards helping you scale your business to the next level. I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.